back.
You thought we were done? That's
I know.
crazy. You thought we gave up?
It sort of felt like that for a while, being gone for a little bit, but here we are.
It's good. It's a good refresher.
Atomic midnight. But yeah, man, I'm on the same page, man. I actually stopped smoking as much as I used to.
Yeah.
It feels different. Brain waves are different, but it's refreshing.
There's like some science to that, I wonder, and I don't know what the science is, because like I feel like I said, it's like cannabis is a spiritual gateway, right? It's like a spiritual doorway, right? And it teaches you so many tools to get in, but if you just use it all the time, you just basically are standing at the doorway and never going in.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like that video that we watched, or we came upon, and it's crazy how deep it goes, but
because it's so accurate.
That, and it takes a lot of discipline to master it, because I have a lot of people that come into the store and they buy stuff and they're like, can you find me stuff that has a lot of pinene? Because they're like, pinene, they're like, that's like third eye shit, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Like you're pining the pineal gland?
Yeah, man. I had a lady that was like, I need stuff that's high in pinene. Get me whatever you can. She's like, because that stuff. And not only that, another dude came in also asking for stuff that had a lot of pinene. And he's the one that mentioned it. He goes, that's like third eye shit. He's like, I can feel like my third eye just opened up when I smoke stuff that has a lot of pinene in it.
It's called pinene and pineal gland.
Yeah.
You know the Eye of Horus? You know that thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like what that is like it's like replicates your pineal gland. Have you ever seen that image of it?
Yeah.
It's like but they do that and then they compare it. There's like an image to where they compare it to like an actual brain, and those fucking Egyptians, bro. It looks exactly like, it lines exactly up to like the pineal gland, bro.
And the thing is, it's interesting because with stuff like that comes into the whole effect where like they what did they do? They found like a bunch of caverns and stuff in the pyramids that go like deep hundreds of feet down into the ground.
Yeah.
So who knows what's hiding over there too, man.
It's weird. They were onto some spiritual shit long before, and there's like pictures of them with like chillums and shit like on the walls, So they were using like some sort of cannabis or something to, like,
back in the day when they
would awaken them.
Yeah.
Just think about them, dude. They didn't have any distractions, so they would just sit around and think about how weird it was to be alive.
Yeah.
And when you do that, I mean, you come up with all kinds of theories,
man.
bro.
Yeah, that's why, getting into like the hieroglyphics, and they had pictures of like spacemen and aircrafts and crazy things like that. Yeah. It's like, is that actual aircrafts, or is that like one of the chosen ones that sits down there and like meditates and like comes up with all this crazy shit from right on the wall? It's like, I can only imagine.
But either way, it's like you're traveling somewhere.
Yeah.
Even though you're not like physically going somewhere, like in your mind is so expansive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes so deep.
It's deep, man, but definitely a lot more clear-headed.
Yeah.
Haven't been wanting to touch it,
Yeah.
And it's weird because I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I know that people work in the industry, especially where we work, and then they don't partake at all. Mm-hmm. So in a weird way, I was thinking like, damn, I wonder what it's gonna be like long term to be very, very sober off of it, you know? So
it is weird.
I feel better.
You have a different perspective on it, but you can see like I don't give a fuck if people smoke weed, but I don't, like, just for me, like, dude, it just like it got me further from like my from the mindset that I want to have, because I'm not good at rationing, bro. Like, I'm like an asshole, dude. I'll smoke like 4 joints in like a sitting.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit, I'm working on music today. I'm smoking this whole thing right now.
My justification.
Yeah, exactly. That way you don't feel bad. You tell yourself. I know, but sleep has been great. I've been sleeping a lot better.
That's crazy. The sleep is. You don't realize how much how well you sleep. Because I used to think like, oh, I need it to sleep, but now, bro, I get in such like a deep REM sleep, and like, dude, the dreams that I have now are so crazy.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's the same thing. Dreams and just.
Are they spiritual at all, or like?
I've had some deep lucid. I can't. I don't want to go like too, because I can't. Like we've talked about before. Like, I've been repeating some. Yeah. There was one that I repeated that was like so lucid, and it felt so weird. Yeah. And
I had one like I don't know, it was like maybe 5 nights ago, or maybe 3 nights ago. It was like it was like a thing of like it was my dad. He was there for some reason, and I was sitting there, and then like he was like mad at me for something, and then like he was like and then like all of a sudden like he was angry and like yelling at me and shit.
Yeah.
And then like I was looking at him dead in his eyes, bro, and as weird as it sounds, I was like, the power of Christ compels you.
Yeah,
right? And I
yeah, yeah,
looked
yeah.
him in the eyes, bro, and grabbed, and like, I don't know like what I did with my hands or something, but all of a sudden, dude, right when I said that, it all imploded and like went in and it started yipping like a hurt dog.
What?
Isn't that weird, bro?
That's very weird.
It started yipping like a hurt dog and like making all these crazy loud noises, and then it, like you know how a balloon, like when you let the air out of it?
Yeah, like that?
It was like that.
Man.
I was like, what the heck? But I was looking in its eyes, bro, and like its eyes like started to turn like, it was like black, and then they started to turn like red. And like it was kind of scary, but like when I said that, I was like, I have no fear.
Yeah.
The power of Christ compels you.
Yeah.
And dude, it like completely imploded like a balloon.
What?
Isn't that so weird, bro?
That's sick, man.
It's
I
so
wish.
weird. You'll have. I'm telling you, bro. You'll have them eventually.
I'm close because I'm.
It was just weird that like, and then I woke up from it. And I wasn't really scared, and I just said it out loud. I was like, well, the power of Christ compels you. What?
Yeah.
It was just so weird, dude.
That of all things, you said that.
It's so weird, bro.
Yeah, that's odd.
And then literally he like turned into like a balloon and like
And just like imploded.
It was like a demon taking the form of like my dad.
Yeah.
And like right when I was aware of it and what it was, it completely lost form and then completely just like
it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had the dreams that I've had lately. There was one that was like that I was at a house and I can just feel. It's weird because I felt the energy and it was so dark and it was just gross, you know.
Yeah.
Just the dream itself was just, you know, people there and we were hanging out and stuff like that, but I can just feel like a black shadow just standing. But it's like lately in my dreams, I don't remember them. I try to as hard. Before I was really good at just remembering them and being like, oh shit, I dreamt about this and that.
Mine's like, it's not constant. Like I remember certain ones, which is weird. Like that one I remember. Like I don't remember them every night. Last night I don't remember what I dreamed about.
Yeah.
Before that I don't remember what I dreamed about.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
It's certain ones do stick out.
But it's interesting to me, like when my dreams start to correlate with like the spiritual practices that I'm doing in this dream, you know, in this reality.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean? It's like it's weird how it starts to correlate.
Yeah, because you're pretty much fitting the pieces together.
But I've never had that before. Like where like things that I've been doing in this reality go to that reality because they say those realities are like connected in a weird way.
Yeah, no, man. I've like I said, I've finished dreams before. Yeah. I've gone back and I've been in different like in the same dreams but just different outcomes.
Yeah, yeah.
And those are the ones where I'm just like, dude, it's crazy how how your mind works.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Because it's like like I told you, that book I'm reading is a weird one because like how like it links like how you like your dreams make, like I said, your dreams are connected to this reality and like what you have in your dreams makes this reality. It's so, like I said, everything's like a projector in your mind. So like the things that you see here, your mind's making it subconsciously, and the slowly more you do it, the more this will change, which is weird.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me.
I'll send you that one. You can get a PDF of it, so you ain't even gotta buy it.
Yeah.
I bought it off of Amazon.
Okay.
So. It's an interesting one, though, dude. And it's like I said, it came from a lady who's a clinical psychologist in the 1960s, and she started scribing. And, like, what scribing is like when you, like, basically zone out and start getting, like, you've been on mushrooms. You know, like, when you get on mushrooms and you get, like, on psychedelics and you start feeling, like, this, like, feed of, like, information comes to you. Yeah. And you just have answers for almost everything. And you don't really know why.
And the crazy part about that is, like, when that starts happening, which is you peaking, right?
Yeah.
It's sort of like you have to tune it so that
you can almost, dude. I've been in.
You got to tune it a little bit. That way you can make sure that you're gonna have like one of those like those cerebral type of trips.
But it's hard to like know when it's happening, and then like you have to sit there and be like, oh wait, now this is the time it's happening. Now I need to ask questions.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's hard to sync those up.
It is.
You don't know it until you do it a few times.
Yeah, you have to. It's one of those things that you have to master. That's why, I mean, I love mushrooms, man.
Yeah.
They're good because definitely open up your brain to
Bro, you have like
to those thoughts.
What
you
they
know?
say is it's that you're connecting to like collective consciousness. So
Yeah.
then, like when you're connected to that, you can just sit there and just write down all these questions on a piece of paper and literally sit there and write the answer to them. And then when you're not high anymore, go back and read them.
Exactly.
It's like you're like AI or something.
Yeah, that see that would be cool to just write like a whole, get one of those little books and just write in it, and then just
Yeah.
go back and look at it
Every
after
time
about
I've tried
4 or
to do
5
that,
different trips.
I either like fall asleep or forget and like never do it.
Yeah,
It's like when I never planned it, it seems to work, bro.
you're like, damn, this is a good one. I just forgot to do it. Yeah, yeah, no, man.
No, it's weird, man.
Yeah,
It's really
dude.
strange. Like
It is.
The human mind is a lot more than they tell us, and you can. It's weird. Even like I said, meditation and everything. Like I've come to realize that you don't even really need to like meditate, bro. Like it's cool. It's kind of like a vector. Kind of like meditation is just like mushrooms in the sense that like it teaches you the feeling to look for, but once you find that feeling, you can almost like know the feeling and you don't even have to meditate.
Yeah, because it's pretty much your body can release those types of chemicals on its own.
It's crazy,
you
dude.
know.
Yeah.
And I've read it. I mean, I've talked to you plenty about that kind of stuff before, and it's interesting how your brain can release chemicals like that. Even when they say like what is it? Like before you pass away or something, your brain releases like a shitload of endorphins and stuff like that.
Yeah, like people that have like NDEs and stuff, like near death experiences, or people that die and come back, like those type of experiences. They say like when they put your brain like high on mushrooms compared to like someone like that dying, it's the same chemical. They're like if like mushrooms flood your brain with like the death chemical.
Yeah.
So it's like it tricks your body into thinking you're dying, but you're not actually dying. So it's like you can go and visit that realm and then come back. But the reintegration for a lot of people that's why mushrooms make people go crazy, because like they reintegrate into the world, but then they listen to like that voice in their head, which is like the ego. Essentially. It's like you just have to realize that the ego isn't you. It's just a thing that's constantly talking to you, but you're peace. You're love. You know what I mean? You're nothing but just calm. But that ego keeps fucking talking to you.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy how some people can, and I think monks are pretty good at separating their like conscious self from, the ego and them separating. That's why they're so like at Zen, and that's what unlocks your brain for the whole like, the strength part.
Yeah,
and
because like when you realize you're not your ego anymore, like you separate yourself from your ego, nothing can really bug you out because you just identify every negative thought as your ego.
Yeah.
And you're just like, okay, I respect you, I see what you're doing, but I'm not gonna identify with you and become you.
Yeah.
And that's how like people become serial killers.
Yeah.
They identify with their ego.
Yeah.
And then like that
They let their ego talk them into it.
Exactly, dude.
And that's another part that to me is like, if you can realize that, right?
Yeah.
And not go every day just like worrying about nonsense.
Yeah.
In the end, we're all human, So yeah, people come with shitty attitudes and things like that. But in the end, like, you don't know what that person's thinking.
Exactly.
You want to combat them and be like, oh, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
But you're not showing me respect. I'm not going to show you respect.
Exactly.
But in the end, like, if you're conscious about separating your ego from that, letting that get in the way, then I feel like you'll live that life where, all right, like you can be at peace, even though that other person isn't at peace. People are going through something.
You know they're driven by their ego, and it's not that you're better than them or anything, because everybody's the same. But you can see that like their ego is in front seat and they're in the back seat.
Exactly.
As opposed to like somebody who's enlightened or someone who's on the path of enlightenment, they're in the front seat and their ego's in the back seat.
Yeah.
And they listen to it. They don't ignore it and try to fight it, because that's when you go fucking psychotic.
Of course,
to fight your ego, bro. That's about it. You'll never win.
Yeah.
It's just like it's crazy though. It is like people that come in mad and like wanting to fight and stuff. It's like that's their ego. And like what? And like in certain spiritual religions, like the ego is what they call Satan.
Yeah.
You know, it's that
No,
thing
it's
that's
true, yeah.
telling you what to do, always
That
being like,
bad
oh,
angel, that
why-
good angel, bad angel type thing.
Yeah, because you're the good angel, and that ego is the bad angel. It's
Yeah.
like the battle of good and evil inside you. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely the mental clarity from not smoking anymore is something that I'm definitely feeling.
Hell yeah.
You know, obviously, you know, getting back into smoking for such a long time,
Yeah.
you're going to get those withdrawals because,
Yeah, dude, for sure.
you know, you feel the stress. You're like, oh, I smoked and took an edible, or I, you know, hit a vape just to deal with the whole stress part.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
I feel like once I get over that threshold,
Yeah. The one thing
that I'll be able to feel a little bit more the real clear-headedness, you know, where my thinking was going to be a lot more more sharp.
Because like the one thing I've come to realize is like whenever I feel that stress or anxiety, or whatever, that's like the teacher. And it's
Exactly.
crazy.
Yep.
It's like, oh, perfect. Like you're in here now. Let's teach. Let's learn. Let's feel this fucking pain. But it's hard to do it when you're not alone. You gotta go sit down somewhere alone and just feel it.
Yeah.
'Cause, like people will distract you from it and make it even worse sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, man, when we're at work, I feel the way the world is these days, you know, we're all fucking stressed out. We're working to pay bills. We're going to do that.
Yeah. And they're cutting hours.
And they're cutting hours. But not just us, in the whole corporate world in general, you know, people are, you know, you go to a restaurant or, you know, grab a burger somewhere and there's 2-3 people working. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, right?
So
Remember, it was never like that when we were kids.
It wasn't
bro.
like that. So I'm trying to.
They had a full staff stocked up.
Yeah, exactly. So that's when I get into the whole conspiracy thing, talking to people, and I'm just like, well, the corporate world, they're like, George, shut the fuck up. All right, man. Please, bro. Not everything's a conspiracy. I'm like, no, it is.
It is.
You know what I mean? Because it all ties in together. It all ties together, man.
It's all one. It's all one thing affects another, dude.
Exactly.
No, it definitely does. It is weird. It's not by accident, that's for sure.
It's not. So
so strange.
We'll get past all the bullshit eventually, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, no, exactly. Or adjust to the bullshit.
Something, man. The weird stuff going on in the world, man.
Yeah, no, there is. There definitely is.
But yeah, I mean, we took a couple, you know, some time off, couple weeks.
I think it was a good thing though. We just needed.
It was good.
Breather, dude.
Now we're, you know, readjusting a little reset, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And dude, I was on a whole kick of podcasts and YouTube, you know, video podcasts, and just getting into like all the conspiracies and mysteries and things, and just stories that I've heard and I've read about, but it's just crazy to think about how, you know, we get back into like the way people think and minds and things like that. Have you heard of the whole like Elisa Lam thing?
That's a weird one.
So obviously, you know, the Cecil Hotel, very famous hotel, very, very weird. A lot of crazy shit happens there.
So interesting, the history of that place.
Yeah, the place is insane. I mean, I've watched plenty of.
I think they renamed it
recently, right? I forgot what they called it.
And I know, like during COVID, they were like housing homeless people there.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Yeah, I was watching it, and not only that, Richard Ramirez stayed there.
Yeah,
you know,
what's his name? Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, dude.
Was that that's not the hotel he killed his girlfriend at? I don't think though.
I don't think so.
I think he would. His like they say his like spirit is seen there sometimes.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah. So the Richard Ramirez was there, and he's a sicko, dude. He was a crazy serial killer.
Yeah. Talk about ego, dude.
His was insane, and the thing about him also is that he saw himself as like a supreme being, you know. So I mean, he used his charm and everything to lure people. It was insane.
That's like what they talk about with like using like the black magic for that, because like when you become enlightened, bro, there's 2 paths you can go, right? It's like some Star Wars shit, which is crazy.
No, it's
like,
true.
You can use those things for good, or you can use those things for bad.
Yeah, and he used all that stuff for bad.
And that's the sketchy part about it, because you can use that spiritual high power that you have and go and use it to manipulate others and use it to better yourself. Or you can do the opposite and better everyone else. Yeah. But yeah, it is creepy.
Yeah.
Because like once you know though how this works, like.
Yeah, he would do like rituals and things like that. And it's weird because a couple of the videos that I've been watching too, you know, dealing with psychology is and you know, back to the whole conspiracy thing is that regular people like us, you know, in a certain way, because we're conscious about things that we do.
Yeah.
But people that are, you know, schizophrenic and not what they call unhealthy minded, right?
Yeah.
Those are the people that actually seeing the world for what it is. You know, have you heard about that before?
Not really. I can understand it.
Yeah. So people that are, you know, insane are the ones that are actually seeing the world for what it is.
Yeah.
And we're just the ones that are sort of veiled, you know. So, but at the same time, we still question everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And that's like what it is. And like when you see the truth, it can drive you crazy if you don't have like certain principles to like ground yourself. In that book, I'm telling you,
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to start reading it or something.
It gives you principles to show you that you're not crazy, and it makes you realize that like there's certain ways to go about it to where you have to get rid of fear. A lot of those people that lose their mind in it is they're scared.
Yeah.
And that fear shit, dude, it drives you mad.
Yeah.
But without fear and you're calm, there's nothing that can go wrong.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the calmness, like then that's where all the bullshit starts.
Yeah, and that's interesting because I'm scared of flying. I hate flying.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
But I mean, I do it when we travel. I do it.
Yeah, you
but,
have to, right? What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's weird because I feel weird while I'm there, but and you know, I have family members and friends and everybody that just flies like nothing. And I'm just sitting there like, nah, dude, the fucking plane is gonna crash.
Yeah.
And this is what's gonna happen. And of course, because I'm on the plane, the landing gear is gonna come out. You know what I mean? So I'm always sitting there like, can we just get there? And I'm just watching a TV show, like, but my brain really destroys me, you know. But at the same time, once I'm there, I'm just like, you know, we're gonna get through it. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's the brain's too powerful, man. I haven't. It's crazy because when I was younger, you know, you're into crazy shit and you're going fast on motorcycles and jumping off of stupid shit and going on roller coasters.
Yeah.
And then once you get older, you're just like, dude, what the hell? Like, I'm one of those people. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm scared of death.
Yeah.
I don't know why. You know. And the thing is, I don't know how to get over it. I don't know how to be like, okay. And I tell myself that if anything ever happens, that the day does come when I do die, that I need to be at peace. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go into, you know, wherever your spirit goes, feeling anger.
Because
you know?
the main thing with that is like when you die, you know, it's an interesting one because it's just the beginning of a different realm. You don't necessarily, your consciousness doesn't really die. So like. This is just theories, but I really strongly believe in it because it makes a lot of logical sense to me. But it's like the whole Earth realm we're here right now is to learn all this stuff so we can, when we die, or keep a good mindset to transcend.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Are you like reincarnation and things like that? Are you? Because I know
reincarnation happens if you don't
do something the right way, and you have to come back to correct it, right? Is that what you're gonna say?
Well, kind of, sort of, but it's kind of like because you don't have the mental awakening to transcend. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's just that you didn't learn the way to transcend, because like that's what they talk about. So say like, you know, like there's like Buddha mind, you know, like Buddha was the very first one to have an enlightened mind, they say, right?
Yeah.
Before that it was like Krishna, but like Hinduism doesn't really have like there's not some one person that you can link it to. But Buddhism was the first thing that was linked to Siddhartha, which was like he was like a prince that like started like he was a prince and then he didn't like that lifestyle, so then he started to realize, you know, I want to get rid of suffering. And his main fixation over and over again was like, how can I get rid of suffering? That was his main fixation. But he died, right? I think he died of some sort of poisoning or something. But he died. But the main thing with Buddha was he was so obsessed with suffering. That was what his thing was.
Yeah.
Jesus came along and was like, his main thing that he focused on was death. Is like, how can I get out of death? His main association was like, death isn't real, and I'm going to prove it to you that death isn't real.
Yeah.
And that's how he was resurrected and came back after he died, to prove to you that death isn't real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that's what his main fixation was death. Like, he's like always focused on like, I'm going to show you that death isn't real because living isn't real.
Exactly.
But when you start thinking like that and it really fucks up the whole status quo for everyone, and it got him crucified, but for him, he was perfect and he was happy to be crucified because he didn't believe in death in the first place.
And he was 1-to-1 with that shit, man. Because for him to come back, and that any one of us regular people, if we're not on that path to be 1-to-1 with ourselves, I mean, to master that kind of stuff and really not give zero F's about dying is crazy, bro. You know?
Yeah.
So
it's like, but he gives you, like, the story of Jesus gives you faith in that. But Jesus wasn't a Christian, so the whole Christianity thing that they started after him is just another distraction to get you off the path that death doesn't exist.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It is really weird.
Yeah, and all that type of stuff is it's deep, you know, because there's so many different ways to interpret it and just look into it.
Yeah. That's the thing that, like, to me, though, I really strongly believe, just from experiences I've had and just through meditation and thinking, and like, death is just the beginning of another cycle, because this life is all about attachment, and like if you get attached to it, it makes death a lot worse. Yeah. But if you realize that and just go through this realm, just like you wouldn't. Like, if this was a dream right now, you know what I mean? And, like, you saw something happen, and it's a dream, and you knew it was a dream, you wouldn't even react to it. Because you realize it's a dream. Yeah. It doesn't really even matter. Yeah. But people see this realm and go, oh, my God, this matters so much. And they start getting hyped up, and then they create their own suffering because they think this matters. Yeah. That doesn't mean go out and kill people. It means go out and show people love. Yeah. Because that's the only way to make it really matter, you know? I
need to get back to that, man, because I've been angry lately. Yeah. You know?
Well, it's not a bad thing. It's a teacher, though.
It's not. Yeah,
it's a teacher.
And it's crazy because the last time we recorded, we talked about this kind of stuff. Yeah. And I was so good, man. I was so good with, like, talking to people and understanding them and feeling their energy and giving that energy back to them of, you know, loving and, hey, man, I know what you're going through, you know, instead of being combative with them. And then I had 2 dudes come into the store last week.
Bunch of punks.
Yeah, dude, both of them tried to fight me on some stupid shit because I told everybody to line up for me to check them in, you know? Yeah. And that sort of, it sucks because I'm not conscious of it at the time, but I should have been better at noticing it and being like, dude, no, you got to come back. Yeah. You know, because everything was so good up until then. Yeah, yeah. And then I feel like the last few weeks I've just been so angry. Yeah. And just giving that same energy out when I was on a different way of thinking before. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So definitely got to bring myself back.
That's why they call it a fucking, it's like, dude, whoever it is, they call it like a practice because it's easy to fall out of the practice. But then you just get back fucking in.
Yeah, I got to get back into it.
Yeah, but it's just as easy to get back in as it is to fall out. So that's like the fucking paradox.
Yeah, I don't want to put it on me not smoking weed anymore. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to put it on that because I've always yeah, no, go ahead. Help. Yeah, it doesn't. And I've always told myself, like, I don't have an addictive personality. Yeah, you know, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, I'm hooked on this lately. But at the same time, like, I don't want to blame it on that. I don't want to blame the irritability on that. You know what I mean? So
for me, dude, it made me, like, when I didn't smoke weed, dude, like, for the longest time, bro, it'd make me so fucking mad. I feel like maybe you've seen me a few times where, like, I'm almost like fight a motherfucker, dude. That was definitely the weed.
Yeah, bro. Dude, yeah. The dude with the honeycomb tattoo. What's his name? Dude. Daniel? Yeah. David? Whatever?
Yeah, I was going to kill that guy, dude. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
You're like, what are you not fucking understanding?
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
what are you not getting?
It's those damn weed withdrawals, dude. They really show your demons, bro.
Yeah. I don't want to blame shit on that, but it's definitely getting to the point where, like,
but you can be aware of it, but it goes away though after a while. But dude, that feeling is so annoying though.
It's annoying because I think about everything, right? I think about it as a whole. I think about my sleep. I think about, like, why do I feel so angry? Yeah. The being irritable, and I'm just like going back to the whole mind type thing. Yeah. You just got to get over that hump.
Dude, that's all it is.
That's all it is, man.
After you get over it, you can look back at it and you learn so much. At least I did. I learned so much from it because it's like, what the... It teaches you so much, and it also makes me not want to fuck with weed.
Yeah, and going back on all that, like I'm on Twitter all the time, and I'm reading people like somebody will post like, if you smoking weed in 2025, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's a whole debate, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm successful and this and that, and then there's people that are like, I stopped smoking and I feel so much better.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I get it, man.
It's 50-50 for me.
It's 50-50.
It's 50-50 because, like I said, it depends on your mindset. Because, like, sometimes I miss smoking weed, right? Yeah. But it's like,
was it the like helping with the stress part? Was it the creativeness, or was it just
I feel like
making you the deep thinking part that comes attached to it?
Yeah, I like the deep thinking part, I guess. I don't know what it was. There's just like something that like in that plant that like I really fuck with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't really. It's like the energy of it or something.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Yeah.
Because going back to that video that we saw that one day about the whole, connecting the whole spirituality to cannabis.
Yeah.
I've smoked before where I feel like that deep thought. Mm-hmm. Like the deep thinking that comes with doing shrooms.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
So, and then I feel like obviously it's regulated, a little regulated here in Florida only because it's medical.
Yeah.
Which to be honest,
the weed nowadays is so damn strong. You get some shit like 4% terps, 30% THC,
like
bro.
We get stuff here that's damn good. But I mean, I couldn't imagine anything crazier outside of here. But
of course.
There's been some times where I've definitely smoked and I've gone into a whole different world,
Yeah.
Even naps while being high that were just, I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck did I just dream about?
Yeah.
So, it would be something cool in the future, like if I ever did get back into it, because right now it's no interest right now. Even working in the industry, there's just no interest. But
it's almost easier for me to quit working around it.
Exactly.
I don't know why that is, but
it would be cool to master the spirituality part of it. Like connecting them together. And being I would say just smoking more responsible, you know what I mean? And making it more of like being creative and let me go game or work on music, but making it more of like a spiritual type of connection.
Exactly.
If I ever get back into it,
no, I know what you mean. Like I said, using it ritually like the natives do. You know what I mean? And like the natives in like Peru or the natives in like Puerto Rico, like the natives like the way that they do it out there is like the medicine men and women, they all use cannabis, but they don't use it to escape. They use it to confront. Yeah. It's different. It's not like they don't do it for stress. They do it to like feel stress. Yeah. They do it to like I said, like they talk about the sadhus in India, they call it they use it for death meditations. That's why they sit there and get really high, and they get real high and they think about dying. Yeah. So it's like they don't do it to escape, they do it to confront. Yeah. Which is when it makes you stronger over time.
Which when it comes to stuff like that, I mean, DMT and doing like ayahuasca, like those ayahuasca retreats. Yeah. Have you seen people do that shit?
Yeah,
dude, I've watched like a whole Vice special on that, and
it's wild.
I can't even imagine. I don't have the balls to do that type of shit. But there's people that do the whole ayahuasca thing, and they confront like past traumas, and they're sitting here bawling their eyes out after puking their ass off for hours.
Have you seen the one where like they'll do it and they'll like there was one of my favorite YouTubers. He had one where like he sat there in ayahuasca and tripped out, and then like he started throwing up, and he was throwing up like 1,000 roaches.
For real?
It was nothing but roaches and insects and bugs coming out of his mouth, dude. And they said, and like what the shaman does is they go around you and like they blow like tobacco on you and stuff, and they find, and that's where like the demon purges itself out. And they collect these insects off of you, bro. And they show it to you, and there's like these insects, and like, that was what was on you, and it's an actual bug.
What?
Which is crazy, dude.
That's fucking wild.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that one.
They do like some crazy ritual. Same thing with the the toad, like the DMT,
Yeah,
like the
dude.
toad venom stuff.
Those are my favorite stories, man. Hearing
There-
like
you-
DMT trips and shit.
It's crazy. Like there was one, like they do the toad, and like it makes you swell all over the place, and
Yeah.
you look like a frog.
That's fucking nuts.
It's so where you look like the frog.
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
yeah. I love hearing that Joe Rogan episode of them talk about DMT because
Yeah. DMT is a weird one, man. I don't really have an appeal toward it either because, like, I'm already in outer space.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
only
yeah.
imagine, like, a
But
trigger
that's
to
what
that.
I'm saying. Imagine.
Do those people know? I feel like those people don't know what they're doing almost. Like,
Yeah.
they can't know what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit a lot, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of people in like the DMT Reddit, like
Yeah.
the subreddit.
Yeah.
And they're just like posting cards, and people are like, dude, what the fuck are you do you know what you're doing, man,
dude,
before you smoke
you know
that
what I
shit?
mean?
Because, and the thing is, it's cool because some people's stories are so interesting off of DMT, and not only that, they're drawings, and I'm just like, I want to feel that, but I don't want to fucking lose my brain
Yeah.
doing that shit because the level of how deep it takes you into your mind,
Oh, dude. I think a lot of the reason
like you
why
fucking melt.
people don't understand the power of their mind, so it's almost like, but it's like that's part of their experience in learning their spirituality, because like the ignorance of it gets them to find God.
Yeah,
But like people like me and you that already know there's like a weird mystical realm that's already there. It's like you already have a certain amount of your and like third eye open,
yeah,
that they needed that to open, but we're already there to open. So it's like, why would you have an open third eye and then do that?
yeah.
It's like it's a system overload or something.
Way overload.
You know?
People can fucking die off of that
Yeah.
stuff, man.
You know Ram Dass? You ever
No.
heard of Ram Dass? Ram Dass is like a spiritual guru, and he was like a professor. I can't remember what college he was a professor at in America, and he was big into like acid. Like he would give like acid to like people and like
Yeah.
do like all these different like spiritual things with them. He went to this sadhu in India and gave this guy a ridiculous amount of acid. This guy does nothing but meditate in the woods all day and is like has an extremely open third eye. He gave him the fucking acid, and the guy literally said, "I feel nothing." He's already feels like he's high on acid all the time.
Could you imagine feeling that?
So
Holy.
he did that and had no reaction to it because he's already there. You see
Dude.
what I'm saying? Isn't that wild?
Imagine reaching that level of consciousness in your brain.
And if you sit here and meditate all the time, bro, things start to unfold more and more. Like geometric patterns start to unfold more
Yeah,
and more.
I've heard of people, that are really deep in meditation. You're already seeing colors and
Yeah.
shapes and feeling
Yeah.
shit and hearing sounds that, like,
For me, like I'll see like with my eyes closed, it's not open eye visuals like how crazy it could be, but I don't know if it's because of my mushroom use or what, but like I have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
Somebody who's never done mushrooms before, I don't know how they know that they feel that without,
Yeah.
because like me, I always have a comparison. I can be like, oh, that's what that is. Like I'll see certain things and like I'll be out in nature and like I'll feel like I'm high on mushrooms, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
the
like-
sounds and colors, and
I don't know
you can
if
just
it's
close
because-
your eyes and see colors and just with the
yeah.
sounds that are there, you know?
And like you said, like the more you meditate and the more you listen to certain vibrations, bro, like it starts with like black, and then like the black starts to expand, and then all of a sudden, like it looks like with your eyes closed, it looks like your vision is like wobbling like
yeah,
this,
like
it looks like
bouncy a little bit.
it looks like it's becoming unstabilized. But if you sit there in that, and all of a sudden it just goes to straight, and then all of a sudden like it'll start doing like
Pulsing a little bit and like strobing a little
and then
bit.
that's when you start to see like reds and blues and
Yeah.
purples and like, but it's not how it is on mushrooms. It's a little, it's more easy going.
Yeah.
It's like easy for you to understand. It's not as like freaking out.
Yeah, because when you're on shrooms, you're trying to tie your body into what you're seeing too. You're not just, it's not calm like that, you
Yeah.
know? So,
That's the one thing why I kept smoking weed for so long, because I would have crazy shit happen in my mind and like certain like ways of thinking. I'd be like, well, at least I can blame it on the weed.
exactly.
But like when you're sober, dude, and shit starts happening, you're
Yeah,
like, I don't
man.
got nothing to blame
Yeah,
this on.
I was, we went on a long car ride with my mom.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just me and her on the way back home.
Yeah.
But I was telling her, I'm like, Mom, you need to try shrooms at least once in your life. Just once.
Yeah.
And she started laughing. She's like, no. I'm like, I'm telling you, that would be, I'll do them with you, me,
Yeah.
it's, I feel like everybody should try it at least one time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
it shows you a different visual plane, which is good to always have a reference of for me at least.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean, I used to have DA down. You know, I was down in Fort Lauderdale. That's all he did. You know, that's all he grew was shrooms 24/7. He used to give me just like a whole baggie like this full, and you know already grinded up. So I would just buy the capsules. And just microdose, little tiny little point, you know,
the small
twos, bro, like little tiny little things, you know, and just take one a day, boom, 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 you know, and that right there, I mean,
I've never done mushrooms without not smoking weed. Like I always.
So you've done both.
I always do them at the same time.
Okay.
Always. I've never done them alone.
Yeah, fuck that. I could never. I mean, it's and you know it's weird because when I was younger. I would say high school, like I didn't give a shit. I would mix things left and right, you know. Now that I'm older, I'm just like, I don't want to go off the deep end, you know.
I always would mix weed and mushrooms, dude. Always. And for me, because it's like, well, I smoke weed every day, so it's like it's streamlined.
That's just
normal.
Yeah,
like, that's just by default. Of course, I'm gonna do that. So when I start to feel them kick in, I start smoking, dude, and like, just crazy things.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time I was sitting in front of my front yard, and like I said, dude, I was sitting and looking at all the green grass, and it was like a beautiful green ocean.
Yeah, dude.
It was just like such beautiful waves.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'm like sitting on the coast right now, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here, but my brain is somewhere else.
I'm
you know?
really looking at a beautiful green ocean of like roaring waters, bro.
Yeah. When I moved up last year, I had 2 gel tabs, clear with the gold flakes. And I would stare at them, like I would look at them, and I'm like, I'm too scared to take this shit.
I know what you mean.
It's been so long.
Yeah.
So I gave them to a coworker, and he's like, dude, I eat both at the same time. And I'm like, what? He's like, I eat both at the same time. And he's like, dude, I'm fucking playing Elden Ring. And all of a sudden, I just started to feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, dude, it was insane to the point where like I had to turn the game off really fast.
Oh, dude, you can't even play anything when you get hit with those shroomies, dude. Like if you're really on a high, you can't even do anything.
And he took 2 gel tabs, dude, like 2 strong ones, and I'm like, you're insane taking.
What is that?
2.
Acid? Is that like LSD?
It was acid.
Oh, I've never done LSD before. That one freaks me out because it's made by the CIA and shit.
He took 2 at the same time. I'm gonna find a picture so I can show you, but he took them both.
Jesus.
And he was.
How many
just
micrograms is that?
I don't know in a gel tab. I mean, like, we can look it up, obviously, but I don't. I
don't even know what that is.
What? I'm gonna show it to you. So back in the day, we used to get like different colors. Like we used to get these black. It almost looks like a sheet of Jolly Ranchers, and then you just rip a little piece off and you eat it. Obviously, it's little tiny squares, but let me find the picture so you can see what it looks like.
Gel tabs. So they're like tabs of acid, but they're gel.
Yeah.
I've only me and my friends, I've only seen it on like the blotter paper, dude.
Oh yeah.
That's
like a design like Mario or
like
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
No, this shit is this stuff is a lot stronger, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah. This is
that's what freaks me out. Like acid, bro, you're high for like fucking like 10 hours.
You can be.
Like who the fuck has time for that, dude?
Yeah, no, I've
And you can't go to sleep?
Hell no.
Like mushrooms, you can kind of go to sleep after a while.
Yeah, you can if you take a certain amount, you can definitely take shrooms and feel clean right after.
Because it's like the peak is no more than like 6 hours.
Yeah.
I've never been high on mushrooms longer than 6 hours. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
So those are 2 tabs.
Why do they have that gold shit in there?
Some of them
is that just gold? Like what is that?
Those clear with the gold flakes are very strong.
What the fuck is that?
There's different ones.
Looks like crystal meth.
Yeah, there's different ones. So let me see. Like I'll look it up so you can see.
This is the acid episode. So this is the drug episode.
So look, exactly. Yeah. I started to get into
at least I fucked you up.
I'm okay with this. This is cool to.
It's all
to
linked,
talk
man.
about.
The spirituality and the psychedelics.
They look like that. Like it almost looks like a Jolly Rancher, and they just split them into 4s.
I've never seen those in person.
Yeah, dude.
I'm used to seeing that one with the little
mad. Yeah. Yeah, no, but we've high school. That's what.
Yeah, dude. I've never had like in Georgia. They didn't have those.
No.
The only thing I had was like the straight blotter paper and stuff. I never did it, but I used to have friends that would. It used to freak me out. I used to watch them get high on it and be like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that."
Yeah, no. To me, That stuff was very, very strong.
The whole CIA shit. I hate government-made shit. So I was just like, it was always a part of my head, bro. Fuck the feds, bro.
Yeah, no, so the CIA stuff in LSD and all the experiments
MK
that they
Ultra
used
and
to
all that.
MK Ultra, and then right before you walked in, I was watching a video of Big Pharma created heroin.
Jesus.
You know,
Because the poppy plant itself, like back in the day, bro, like you could just like people could grow poppy in their backyard.
yeah, and they were just extracting it.
And I
right?
think it was
They were
like
just
19. Yeah, they were like, what they would do is they would put it in like. Apparently, you can get a bunch of poppies, right? You can boil.
you got to boil it.
Boil
Yeah,
them in water.
Yeah.
Kind of like you do Rick Simpson.
Yeah.
But you boil it in water, and then over time, you just slowly cook off all the water, and it evaporates all the water, and you're left with like a
the tar.
Oh, exactly.
That yeah, the heroin.
Throw that in like teas.
Yeah.
Throw that in like and like apparently that's a lot less addicting, and it's like a supplement for like acetaminophen, and it's a lot healthier for you than like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Pains and aches.
Yeah.
Of course, it's habit forming, but like it's more natural.
Yeah.
You know, it's not made in a lab. It's like it's like plant medicine.
Yeah, you hear stories of like all the medicine, doctors and shit back then, all the tonics and weird shit that they used to create back
They'd
in
have,
the
like,
20s
opium
and
in there
30s.
stuff.
Yeah, dude, hell
You know,
yeah.
like, China had like the opium dens and stuff.
Yeah.
But they would actually smoke it, but all it is just like I forgot how opium's made, but it's like it's a derivative of the poppy plant, and it's not as strong. Like now, I think like the ratio is like similar to like cocaine compared to like coca leaves.
Yeah.
Like you can eat the coca leaves and it's okay, but when they fucking start putting gasoline on it and you have
And
to
extracting it and
you
shit.
have to- I think what it's like 1,000 fucking coca plants
Yeah.
go into 1 gram of cocaine.
Yeah.
It's like, bro,
Yeah,
you
dude.
don't need that.
Yeah, and they're using red gasoline to extract it. Like,
Oh my god.
yes, and they're
That's why I know
putting
you smelled cocaine that has that diesel smell.
yeah, dude, and they're putting some other shit into it too. I mean, there's videos on Vice that you can
Yeah.
watch some of them doing the whole entire process. So, but essentially, it's that and other stuff like fucking rat poison and all this other shit. It's
crazy.
You know what I mean?
To cut it and stuff.
To have
But
a
yeah,
little.
it gets back to like that, the poppy and stuff. Apparently, that was good. It was like it wasn't that bad for you. You know, like in like the Wizard of Oz, where she wakes up in the poppy field.
Yeah.
It's like a reference.
Yeah,
to that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a deep fucking movie, man.
Yeah,
There's
dude.
a lot.
It really is.
There's a lot in that movie, and I have watched it synced up with
There's a video.
Dark Side of the Moon.
You can-
so
they
you
have
can
that-
watch it.
it's so
yeah,
sick, right?
Yeah, it's so sick,
It's
bro.
so good. You don't even
Yeah,
have to sync
man.
it up. You
Pink
can
Floyd's fucking amazing, dude.
just, they are.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, just fucking zooted out of my mind
Watching that.
watching that video. Yeah, the whole thing synced up with Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah,
It's fucking great, man.
it is pretty interesting.
Yeah, the conspiracies with that movie are insane too. They had fucking I think like some of the stuffing in like one of the actors' costumes was like a real asbestos and shit, and a lot of people died.
The Tin Man like had like a like that was like metal like what is it, lead paint? And
Yeah,
shit,
lead
like, killed his
paint.
ass.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
And like the actor in the background hanging, and they were like, "Oh, it was a bird or something." Have you seen that one? Yeah, dude.
another
There's
one?
like there's a scene where they're walking, and they were saying that like one of the Munchkins, you can see like run in the background and like hang themselves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. And they cut it out of a lot of the newer
They hung
cuts.
themselves at the job.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you can see them in the background, something swinging. You know what I mean?
Jeez.
Everybody's like, yeah, like
They
there's a
kept
bunch
it
of
in. They were like,
conspiracies.
the director was like, it's cool. I like that.
Yeah, they were saying no, it was a prop or it was one of the fake birds and shit
Why
like
didn't
that.
they cut it out? Because they just needed the footage. It was too expensive to
You
get
can
footage.
I think when I was younger, I used to look for that on like when I used to play on like TBS and like all those fucking like
They cut it
TV
out?
channels. No, they would have it in there.
Because they just didn't know what it was, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't remember what channel I was watching that did censor it and like cut it out a little bit in the background. Like there was just like a quick edit.
Because they were treating him bad or something. Why the fuck? Did
I
he kill
think
himself?
so.
They
I
were
don't know.
Whipping him and telling him to fucking.
You're gonna have to watch it. It's weird, dude.
No,
It's a weird video.
That is fucking weird.
Yeah.
It ain't that
But-
serious, little munchkin. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, man. It's those are all back in the day little things that I used to little conspiracy theories like
Yeah.
that when it came to shit like that.
Planting the seed.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. That was planting I wasn't so conscious to it back then, but once I
Yeah.
started to get older, I'm like, all right, there's aliens
Oh,
and
yeah. All But yeah, what is it with the Elisa Lam shit?
So the
My
Elisa
fault to get you
Lam
off topic.
thing.
I went down
So
a rabbit hole.
no, hell no. So the Elisa Lam thing was, it's crazy because, obviously in the Cecil Hotel there's no 13th floor.
13, huh?
A lot. Well, there's a lot of. Or was there a 13th floor there? I gotta look it up. But most hotels don't have a 13th floor.
Because of like all the
Superstition type shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they saw her on video.
But technically there is a 13th floor. It would be like the 11th or the 12th.
Exactly. 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 Yeah. But I mean, they
don't label it the 13th floor. That's so funny.
It's crazy because we watched the video of the tank that they found her in.
Yeah.
And it's like almost impossible. Like it would be hard for her to climb into that tank herself and you know what I mean? That the small opening.
And
that's insane.
And the test that they used was called the Lam-Lisa test or some shit.
Dude, the fucking thing over there. Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
The Lam-Lisa, yeah, man.
It was like, excuse me,
the
dude.
tuberculosis test, yeah.
It's like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they saw her.
What kind of simulation are we living in, dude?
Well, they saw her on camera, like pushing buttons and like supposedly talking to somebody like on the outside. Yeah.
What is she? That's like some just someone acting like that is like somebody that's like high on something.
Yeah. It came out that I think it was either depression or bipolar medicine that she was not taking, supposedly.
So was there some withdrawals from that?
It could be. Yeah. And then that whole thing happened. But it's just the things leading up to and after the whole thing and them finding her is what's crazy because of the way that they found her body inside the tank and then how they said, like, how the cameras weren't magically working that night and how this door was unlocked when it's normally not unlocked. It's crazy.
It's like it's like somebody who's working there is like a goddamn serial killer.
That's what I was thinking. That's what some of the videos that I was watching, people were saying that it has to be somebody, either a resident or something. Somebody had to have killed her that night or helped her get up there or something.
It's like an inside job. But yeah, didn't they say like the water tank was like welded shut or something?
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird shit.
There's like some shit where you couldn't even open it or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, there's a couple things that I was watching over the past couple weeks that we've been on hiatus.
Sir.
A big one that eventually want to touch on, I feel like we should do an episode on, is the Denver airport.
I've heard some weird ones about that one.
Yeah, how they have like all the
and they start to roll with it.
Yeah.
You seen that?
Yeah.
Like the signage in there, they play up to it.
Yeah, they got like end of the world type shit.
Yeah.
Like people with like gas masks, and they have the horse, blue horse. They call him Lucifer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's like a bunch of like post-apocalyptic type shit, and then they have like supposedly like tunnels and shit underneath the whole airport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be a cool one to touch on eventually.
The tunnels, dude, is another weird one. Like I said, there's like crazy, like how the tunnels that run under the United States and everything. You know? Like that. There's like certain truckers that they'll let go under there, and like obviously you couldn't. There's no tunnels in goddamn Florida because I mean it's fucking the ocean, but certain parts of the world
that we know of,
right? How the hell do they do that, dude?
That we know of,
shit, right?
That we fucking know of.
It's true, right?
Yeah,
Here,
man.
I got a fucking I got a crazy one, dude. It's the fucking let's see. This one's close to us, bro. It's on the and it's about I-4, the I-4 dead zone, dude.
What?
Have you heard of the I-4 dead zone?
No.
Dude, the I-4 fucking...
It's not that building that's abandoned over there by... I passed a building on the way to work.
It's a cross between so it started in like 1870s, right? A real estate Mongol named Henry Sanford marketed like the area, like, and it's across of like on Lake Monroe, which is that big lake. You can go there now.
Yeah.
And there's like a yellow fever outbreak, and they had like a whole collection. There's like a German they were trying to start like a
colony type shit.
colony. It was a German colony, and they were trying to start it. And there was a yellow fever outbreak, and 2 people died there, and they buried them there. They buried them there, right? And you can go to this grave site. They don't have it there anymore, of course, but because they built a fucking bridge over it. But like you can go there, and like there's so many conspiracies about like that part of I-4 has like some of the craziest like auto crashes and deaths up there.
Really?
Yeah, dude. And like it's on what is it? It's I'm trying to see like. Because like the day that it opened, because they built that overpass, and the day it opened, a shrimp truck overturned and like killed some people. I don't know how many people died in it, but like there's like a bunch of stories of like car crashes on that certain line of the road.
Interesting.
And you can go under it. There's a part where you can park. And me and you need to do like a paranormal investigation.
Yeah, dude, that would be
sick. Like this time, bro.
Yeah.
Just go down there. We could film a pod down there. Just sit there and like film like a 30-minute podcast down there and talk about the history and everything and see if we feel anything.
Yo, that would be dope, man.
It's super easy too, because like it's like let's see, if you look it up, you can see the address.
Maybe we can do that one next week.
Yeah.
For next week's episode.
If you know, I'm telling you, the dead zone of I-4 is an interesting one. Let me see. You can type it into.
Yeah, no, man. I would be definitely interested in.
The grave location is located on a 1/4-mile stretch of Interstate 4 near the St. Johns River in Sanford, Florida. So it's in Sanford.
Shit. Okay.
The area is known for having 4 graves. It's 4 graves beneath the highway, which was originally the resting place of victims of a yellow fever epidemic in 1887.
And it's not marked?
Well, the thing is, there was a bunch of stories, right? And I don't know if these are true stories or not, but there was one story of like a farmer trying to uproot it. The first guy that bought it from the original guy that sold the land to him because he was trying to farm it. And that day that he tried to uproot those like gravestones and like move the crosses out of the way, his house burnt down.
What the fuck?
So that was another one, and then. All
right, so it's one of those things where we definitely have to.
It's one of the most one of the most haunted highways in America.
Oh shit!
And it's close. It's like 30 minutes from here.
Yeah, I'm down.
It'd be a cool one.
I'm down.
That would be a cool one for sure.
I might be ordering that camera this weekend then. I might be doing that.
Let me know how much you need for it, dude. I can
Yeah. We'll look into all that type of stuff because, yeah, man, I'm interested in
Because it was built on a grave plot, so it's like that's why like they always tried to like uproot it and build stuff on it, and every time something would happen, like there was one kid, there was like one story of like a boy that was there trying to uproot it and dig around and dig in the soil, and then he was like later killed in like a car crash. What? And so there's a lot of weird mysteries with it, and of course now their graves are completely not in use, and they've built a bridge over it. So,
what?
Yeah. And there's a wall right there you can see there where it's like the marker of it, and it's like right on the. So it'd be a good spot to set up a camera and film like right at the wall. Yeah.
No, I'm interested in that one for sure.
It's close too.
I think that would be cool to just start off and just do like some local stuff. That's
Oh, dude, there's so many. There's like so many local. That's what I was looking up, like all these haunted locations just in Orlando, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a bunch of them. Like let me see. My Google that I had set up, I guess I canceled it out. But.
You want to hear some crazy shit? I need to. So driving to my parents' lake house in Lake Placid, I need to start digging and looking on Google Maps and seeing if I can find this place again. But it took me down these crazy ass back roads on the way down, like Yeehaw Junction. At the old house, I would have to go down the turnpike all the way down to Yeehaw Junction and then cross that whole back road. Now that we're up here, it makes me go 27. So it's a whole different route. Mm-hmm. But that Yeehaw Junction route, dude, I drove through a neighborhood, which going that way, it's taking me 3 different ways before. But the time before last when I went over there, dude, I drove through a neighborhood that was a 2-way street and there was fences all the way up. I would say maybe like 20 feet high on both sides, and you can see the houses lined up just like this. Imagine this neighborhood here, but with fences on each side, so you can't get in. So like right now where you're parked, imagine a fence up there before the sidewalk on both sides, and you're just driving through. And
what the fuck is that?
I don't know. I gotta look it up on the maps and
Like
see.
a goddamn re-education camp or something?
It's something. Either that or it's blocked off for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but gates on both sides, and I was freaked the fuck out, man. It was right when the sun was coming out. I need to get the fuck out of this area. But yeah, it's a whole neighborhood, and it's just fences, high barbed wire on each side, so you couldn't go to the houses. You know, jumping over that shit.
Yeah.
Driving down, it led down to like a bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With water and shit. So obviously you'd have to go like climb around it, but it was freaky to see that here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a whole neighborhood just fenced in on either side.
That is very interesting.
Yeah, dude, I gotta find that shit on the map, man. It's driving down to Lake Placid, literally the middle of fucking nowhere. So. There's some crazy places over here, man.
No, there is, dude.
Yeah.
Like downtown Orlando has a few haunted spots, like on Wall Street.
Yeah.
Because that used to be like an old, like back in the Wild West days in like the 1800s. That was like a brothel.
Yeah.
There was one, I can't remember the name of the actual bar, but there's one that's like haunted there.
Like built on top.
Well, that actual building was the brothel. Yeah,
shit.
still up. Yeah, so you can
What
go in
the
there and
hell?
walk around and see like the weird shit.
Yeah.
Then like I said, Greenwood Cemetery, bro. That's another one we need to. That's Orlando's oldest cemetery. It's 100 acres. Of course, it closes at night, so freaks like us can't get in.
I know that.
But dude, if we can get there around like sunset or get there around. I really don't even think the time of day necessarily really matters, but
Yeah.
I want to get in there and walk around all those old tombstones and film some footage in there and just and see how the vibes are
Yeah, man.
in there. That's an easy video you can do. Be like, I'm
Yeah.
looking for my dead grandmother's plot. I don't
Exactly. Yeah.
know.
Really? What's her name?
Just
Yeah.
Fuck off.
She's somewhere around
She's
here.
got to be. And then the Sunland Hospital in Orlando was initially built to serve as a tuberculosis hospital.
Damn.
But it was later repurposed as the Sunland Training Center for like retarded children. So it's
What?
like a mental insane asylum, bro. And over the years in operation, there was numerous allegations of abuse and neglect and a health code violation. The hospital was torn down in 1999, and only the old administration block remains. The property is now a park, but it seems as though many of the former patients are still lingering there.
Dude, no way,
So
dude.
that's another one, dude. It's the Sunland Hospital in Orlando, and yeah, they've got like a certain block of it that's still open, dude. And look, that's like a picture of it. The footage of that is pretty sick, I could imagine.
I am down.
That's another one. A lot of these parks like close early, and then of course they got the Orange County Regional History Center, bro, and that's where they did the Ted Bundy trials.
Oh, shit. Yo.
So that's another one, bro.
That would be nuts.
In 1979, yeah. It's now considered to be one of Orlando's most haunted places in Orlando. Some of the
Yeah.
paranormal activity that's been reported here includes items in the museum moving on their own and even levitating, which is interesting.
What?
There's been a handful of sightings of an apparition that resembles Ted Bundy himself. I'd like to see. So we got a few locations to hit. Needless to say, dude.
Yeah,
But
man.
like I said, I think the Dead Zone of I-4 would be a cool one. And like you can even go on YouTube, bro. Like there's not even that much videos of it. Like people don't seem to like document it as much as we could, so we could take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's one of the most haunted highways. I-4 has like the most fatalities of like any road.
What? I didn't even know that, man.
It is, dude.
I don't
It's like
fucking drive that shit every day.
So do I, bro.
That's crazy. Now I'm
do
like,
I.
now I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna fucking drive that
Take
shit
a
slow
toll.
as hell.
I'm gonna take a toll real quick.
Yeah, man. There's two cool stories that I actually found also.
What you got?
Mel's Hole. Have you heard of that one? Mm-mm. All right, so there's a dude that called Art Bell, who's his 97. He had a conversation with Art Bell on his show. Dude's name was Mel, and he had a hole on his land.
Where is this?
Damn. To be honest, during that
They don't really
episode,
specify?
well, during that episode, they didn't really name it. I mean, obviously it's 2025 now, so I'm pretty sure that they have an idea of where it is. I haven't really looked into it. I should, but
Yeah.
it was crazy because he tried everything to see how deep it is. Like he fucking threw refrigerators down there. He used to have people that used to come and just dump stuff in there.
Just to see.
There's a whole bunch of shit that happened. They even put like a goat in a cage once and lowered it to see what would happen. And when it came back, the goat was dead, but when they opened it up, it was fried inside. Like completely melted. It was insane. And then like this is just a summary, but later on, the hole is on his property, but it's like in the middle of nowhere pretty much.
Yeah.
And they would see like tire tracks, and people would say that they would see like government vehicles like go in there. And they stopped him one day and said that he can't come on his own land. And he's like, what the fuck? This is my property. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And they're like, no, we're seizing it.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. I'll send it to you so you can listen to
Yeah.
it. But that would be a cool one to touch on. But they pretty much would they blocked it off from him, and they wouldn't let him because they were supposedly like a portal to like another dimension or some shit like
That's
that.
a good segue to this one, dude. That I know I told you about this one before, but I haven't really like talked about what exactly it is and like the experience that I had there. So in Texas, there's this place that I went to, and it's called Dead Man's Hole. So the entomologist Ferdinand Luders made the earliest recorded discovery of the cave in 1821. Notorious in the Civil War area, the hole is believed to have been the dumping ground for up to 17 bodies, including those of pro-Union Judge John R. Scott and settler Adolph Hope. Several Reconstruction era county government officials and so like people that like Reconstruction in the area, and then officials and Ben McKeever, who had a conflict with the local freedmen. And the freedmen were those guys that run around in the Confederacy and like basically just kill people for really no apparent reason if they thought you were like a traitor or something. So there's an oak tree which once stood over the cave, was said to have rope marks caused by hangings. So powerful gases prevented through exploration of the site until 1951. The hole was plated in 1968 by the Texas Specological Society and was found to be 155 feet deep and 50 feet long, right?
Holy shit.
So when I went to go to this cave, dude, like I told you, I went there, and ironically, with the simulation we're living in, of course, there was paranormal fucking investigators there.
Yeah.
And I sat there and I talked with them for a bit, and then they kind of left and went on to go because they were going to spend the night there. That was like what their plan was. They were going to camp out and just like get sleeping bags and just lay next to the hole, which is so crazy. That's what they were going to do, man. What I did was like I sat there on the hole, dude, and I sat there above it, and I closed my eyes and I started to meditate on top of the hole, dude. And I started to feel like a really, really strong sense of like anxiety and like panic.
Yeah.
Which I never feel when I meditate. It's actually quite the opposite. Normally when I meditate, I feel bliss and calm. But this one, I started to feel panic and anxiety and stuff. Yeah. And I started to feel like my throat was closing, dude. Like I started to feel like pressure like on my throat.
Yeah.
Which is so strange and ironic because that's where people were, like, there's people in that hole that were, like, hung by their throat. So I started to, like, because I started to think about, like, I started to have, like, the thinking pattern in my head. I was like, people were killed at this hole for no real reason.
Yeah.
Like, people are just so ignorant. There was no, like, way to know what you were actually killing people for back then. You were just easily influenced. And, like, but yeah, I said
she's a witch.
Yeah. Type shit.
Yeah,
he's a Yankee. It's like
exactly.
Bro, none of that shit matters, bro.
Exactly.
We're all humans, brother.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I sat there and started to feel like my throat, like pressure on my throat and shit, and I started to be like, all right, yeah, I'm done.
How was the energy there? The energy was crazy,
dude. It's almost like it's like alluring.
Yeah,
which is interesting. It's like it's creepy, but at the same time you like it. You know what I mean?
Of course,
Isn't that weird?
You're like, wait a minute.
It's like there's something about this place that I really, really fuck with. Yeah. Like I said, if we ever make it out to Austin, Texas, bro, that's like an hour outside that place, and the energy of that place is so crazy. But yeah, that was a weird one for sure.
So the Mel's Hole thing that's cool. But the Mel's Hole thing is it's an urban legend because I mean, the guy pretty much corresponded with Art Bell for 5 years and then fell off the face of the earth. But it's actually in Washington. I just looked it up.
Oh yeah, Washington State.
I think so.
Yeah, you're right. You're
probably yeah. Let me fucking see. Mel's glory hole.
Mel's glory hole.
Ellensburg, Washington.
So
yeah. Ellensburg, Washington, is where it supposedly was. So
okay. Nobody's
ever really found it, but yeah, it's crazy that it was. Even coming up with that type of story is crazy.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But it's a part. Supposedly, there's parts on the map on Google Maps that are censored out in that part of close nearby that nobody knows the exact point.
Sounds about right.
So who knows?
Yeah. No, it's crazy.
But that, and then the other story that I read that was utterly insane was the Trans Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. That shit is crazy, bro. Like some of the things that happen there, it's very very haunted.
It's interesting how mental insane asylums like have like a crazy energy to them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we said before, I mean,
they're connected to like that.
People that are more conscious that can see more than we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Supposedly.
And then there's somebody on this earth that thinks they know better than them, and then they take advantage of them.
Exactly. Like,
and
those fucking directors to those places gotta be like.
But like all the abuse and everything, like what, like they would give people.
That's how that place is.
They would give people lobotomies and stuff.
Yeah, dude, I kid you not. That episode, those 2 episodes are really, really interesting, dude. You should definitely listen to them when you get a chance.
Yeah.
I'll send you the Mel's Hole one.
Yeah.
And then the one for that insane asylum, and some of the shit that they used to do to people there is, it's crazy, man. What they used to do, lobotomies and shock therapy, and it's crazy. That one to me, I don't really get unsettled that much, but that episode was a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only because of the shit that they do to people.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Yeah. Like, imagine being locked up and you being sane.
Yeah.
And them being like, nope, we got to keep you here.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Dude,
that's scary,
like,
dude.
That's why, like, they say, like, people that, like, there's people that are just enlightened and they're like, no, you're not enlightened.
You're fucking crazy, bro. We got to keep you here for a good couple years.
And that is why I stay away from people, dude. I gotta run. I'm
man.
Sorry, I'm out of here.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like, whatchamacallit, Mike Tyson and Steve-O talked about that, how they would be like, they were both they both were crazy coke heads, and they got put into a, like I said, when you get put on, in like, when you go through drug detox, they put you in the psych ward.
Yeah.
And they said they would be in the psych ward. Somehow Mike Tyson and Steve-O got into the same psych ward, and like they met each other and they like saw each other and shit. Yeah. But they said when they were fucking there, they would meet people that were completely normal, and they called them crazy because they knew too much, dude.
Exactly.
And it's just like, bro, that's crazy to me, bro.
And I wouldn't say they probably didn't. I mean, they probably did experiment on those type of people, but more like MK Ultra type shit.
Yeah.
Like the truth serum that they would give people.
Like people that are really good at remote viewing or something.
Yeah, man.
Like you got a really good skill, and the government's like,
we need you.
We're gonna keep you as our little rat.
We need you, man. Exactly.
It's like you thought they were your friend, but no, you're just gonna be their experiment because people aren't like you.
Exactly. Yeah.
You thought you were normal.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy. It is.
But yeah, man, we're back.
Boom.
And that was
another mind-altering episode.
That one wasn't the usual, but it was fucking great, man. I fucked with that.
A little improv.
Yeah, man. I like that.
That's it.
See you guys.